Some Beach Somewhere and Big Mac scoop up the big bucks to win the Metro Pace.
Those that followed the career of the great Some Beach Somewhere and his owner-trainer Brent McGrath knew there was more to the story than just purse money and world records. It showed that the little guy from small-town Canada could reach the pinnacle of the harness racing world.
Some Beach Somewhere in a stunning sophomore debut to win the second division of the Burlington Stakes.
The Beach's brilliant undefeated rookie campaign would pique the interest of the standardbred world. With Ontario-based trainer Jean-Louis Arsenault and veteran driver Paul McDonnell, Some Beach Somewhere would not taste defeat in 2007. He took home honors in the Battle of Waterloo,
and Some Beach Somewhere now is cruising down the stretch route.
the Champlain Stakes, Nassau Stakes, and the $1 Million Metro Pace.
Looking over here, guys!
Brent McGrath, a car salesman from Nova Scotia, had owned horses before and had spent some time training back in the early 90s. So when he announced he would take over the training duties for the Beach's 3-year-old campaign, critics questioned the move. To McGrath, however, all that mattered was having the support of his friends, family, and co-owners of the colt.
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
McGrath felt he was prepared for the challenge, as Some Beach Somewhere would get ready to take on the toughest competition in all of North America. In his first big test, the Pepsi North America Cup, many believed that the final would be a race for second place, and it was.
He's big, he's strong, and he has got it going on. Some Beach Somewhere and Paul McDonnell by 4. Cup 25 to Canada's horse.
The Meadowlands Pace, however, offered the colt a chance to prove himself on the world stage.
Artificial, a desperate lunge on the outside. Artificial, Some Beach Somewhere at the line. Artificial.
The Meadowlands Pace ended up being Some Beach Somewhere's only loss over his entire racing career. Although his connections were disappointed, the Beach never flinched. It became one victory after the next. An OSS Gold Final, the Confederation Cup, the Simcoe Stakes, the Messenger. In the Tattersalls, he equaled the fastest race mile in history with a 1:46.4 victory. In the OSS Super Finals, he destroyed the competition despite a sloppy track and horrible weather. In the Breeders' Crown, he returned to the site of his only defeat and emerged triumphant, easily taking the title in a wire-to-wire performance. His wins were impressively executed, but the way he seemed to continually improve is what inspired us the most. Some say that Some Beach Somewhere re-energized the sport of harness racing. He not only dominated the headlines and industry news, but he moved the sport into the eyes of the mainstream media, something that hadn't happened in decades. Although fans hoped he would stick around on the racetrack for one more year, the syndicate agreed that Some Beach Somewhere would hang up his halter for good. That said, it was only fitting that he would stand stud at the most successful breeding operation in the world, Hanover Shoe Farms.